Have you ever felt like life was one giant puzzle with crucial pieces missing? Today's Tatle will reveal some of those pieces of your puzzle. And in doing so, you'll see that it doesn't matter if you have every piece or that each is perfectly in place. What truly matters is embracing the journey of assembly, with each piece taking you closer to the next chapter, guided by the power of acceptance. Thank you for joining me. My name is Vani, and I am the Tarot Tatler. Thank you for your shares, your likes, your comments, and your subscriptions, Taurus. I'm getting ready to dive right in there. There you should have it. Oops, and your first card out, jumping to get out, Taurus. Two of Charisma, trying to find some kind of balance, Taurus. This is something that you are hoping for. Maybe accessing your logic and your intuition simultaneously. Now this is trying to find some balance and adaptability. You might be in a space that is unfamiliar, and it requires you to find that balance, Taurus. It's what you are hoping for. Hoping to find your balance through this change. With Judgment, it's signifying an awakening, a self-realization perhaps. Now this is the period of time where you are evaluating your life from a different perspective. It's some kind of revelation, Taurus, something that is allowing you to look back at where you have come from, and it allows you to conclude that phase of your life and provide the skills and qualities that you require for the next step of your journey. Now this is successfully closing out a cycle, Taurus, with a 3 of Charisma. This is hoping to work with others in trying to find that balance, Taurus. Now this might have been something that you have been excluded from. This might have you feeling isolated in some way, Taurus. With the 5 of Charisma, it's working through what you truly have that's going to help with this period of uncertainty. In your fears, Taurus, you're fearing something that might be a secret. It might be something that you are holding on to. It might be secret knowledge. Working with others in trying to decipher what it might be. Now this might require a period of waiting, Taurus. It's something that's going to bring in some kind of independence, abundance. With the King of Intelligence, Taurus, this is fearing what you might find out, perhaps. Uncover with the King of Intelligence, it's tapping into the power of your intellect, Taurus. Using that knowledge to shape the world and how you see it. It's leading with that knowledge. Now, this might represent someone who's in leadership, Taurus. Someone who represents authoritative knowledge, uses the power of reason. This might be someone that has a secret, Taurus, or there might be a secret that surrounds you. With the 8 of Intelligence, we're talking about a period of time that you are given to reflect, Taurus. In this particular card, it's a period of time that might have you feeling restricted in some way. It's begging you to look at things from a different perspective. Now this might be a different perspective as it relates to something in your physical world, Taurus, something that may pose a challenge. Now the 8 of Intelligence provides an energy of security in some way, Taurus. It may have you feeling restricted, but it provides the protection in order for you to be able to access your intellect and your intuition. In your hidden position, Taurus, is the Empress. We're talking about an energy of someone who is an embodiment of each of the queens. She symbolizes motherhood, love, emotion, creativity. Now she unveils a path for us, Taurus, that teaches us the wisdom of our own selves and our senses and how we look at it. Now, Taurus, this is an energy that's in your hidden position. This may represent you or someone who is affecting your energy in some way. Now, you in your current position, Taurus, this is you working with others in trying to find your balance. Now, Taurus, this is something that's taking some time. Now, it's the time that's required in order to heal, in order to put in the long-term plans and goals, letting go and allowing them to unravel. But Taurus, when we need to put in long-term plans, despite what the future holds for us, we will find ourselves doing it at exactly the right moment. While Taurus, with the Hermit, this talks about time alone, Taurus. With the Hermit, we're talking about a period of time that's quite specific. It's asking you to follow your inner light. It is where judgment is leading you to, the new path that's opening, the one that you are going to close out successfully and walk towards what it is you are putting out into the world, Taurus. Now, this is the wisdom that guides you through the undiscovered territory of your own inner light, Taurus. It talks about requiring introspection, seeking that wisdom that you have within, navigating life, but by understanding oneself, Taurus. It's what's requiring the time. Now, with the Page of Intelligence, this talks about research, looking things up, finding things out. Now, Taurus, this might have you referring to the guidebook, maybe referring to your research, something that is a part of your introspection. Wow, with the World, Taurus, this secret is a closing out of a cycle. As Judgment suggests, you feel that uncertainty. You feel as though you are out of your comfort zone, Taurus. And it is usually the place we find ourselves when any change is about to happen. With the World, it's talking about a successful completion, Taurus. Now, this might be a part of what is being kept a secret or what you might not be privy to, Taurus. With the World, it's talking about a fulfillment and triumph in all of your undertakings. Wow, this is such a deep understanding, Taurus, that you are practically tapping into a pot of gold in some way. With the Moon, and then a new path is illuminated. With the Moon, Taurus, it talks about having done that deep healing that was required. This is a new path that's going to provide one final challenge, perhaps, before the dawn of that new day. Now, it's motivating ourselves to face our shadow self. It's that time of waiting. It may seem as though it's interminable, Taurus, something that's going on forever. With the Moon, it's getting you ready for that next step of the journey, just like Judgment is doing, Taurus. The Moon is asking you to tap into your intuition, allow it to guide you through the darkness. with the Four of Wisdom, Taurus. This is a special card. It's something that supports love in some way. With the Four of Wisdom, it's a different type of love, Taurus. Now, the energy of this particular card is telling me that the time that you are spending waiting, you're possibly spending it alone, Taurus, on both sides. There's a sadness that's attached with the Four of Cups. It's a sadness that requires unconditional love and acceptance. Now it's going to come through as discontent, maybe feeling discouraged or demotivated in some way. It might have you stuck in some kind of routine, Taurus, that may have you feeling challenged, but this is an energy that is required in order for long-term plans to be put in place, Taurus. In your hidden position with the Seven of Strength, this is an energy of putting in the work, Taurus, putting in the sacrifices. It's a card that carries a very spiritual meaning, something that provides the healing as you are expending your energy. Now, this is sitting in your hidden position, Taurus. Let's see what brought you here. The Six of Strength, recognition. Public recognition, Taurus. Something that happened in your past. This is a victory for all of the diligence and hard work, perhaps, Taurus. Something that was celebrated with the Six of Strength. Coming home from the war. It was attached to your Ten of Charisma, Taurus, your Ten of Coins. This talks about home and family. This is a legacy. This is talking about financial abundance, Taurus, significant fortune. Now this is sitting in your past position, Taurus. If it wasn't a large sum of money, it might have been the foundation on which you have to build. Now what takes you into the future, Taurus, is that healing. With the star, we're talking about hope and renewal. Something that inspires you to move forward. This is light that guides you through the darkness, illuminating that new path. Now where it takes you, Taurus, with the King of Strength, creating a new path entirely. This is a king that beats his own drum, beats his own path. He's a visionary, Taurus, someone who uses his energy and allows it to drive him. This is talking about having the mastery of one's creative potential, Taurus. Having extracted exactly the healing that was required. With the Knight of Intelligence, we're talking about a messenger that delivers a quick message, Taurus. It might be something that carries logic and intelligence rather than emotion and interacting. It's possibly how this new path is going to be revealed. Something that may require a quick decision, Taurus, with the Knight of Intelligence. What you should know with the Eight of Wisdom. Wow, Taurus, with the Eight of Wisdom, this talks about abandoning whatever it is you might have thought made you happy. This is looking to the future and hoping that you are going to discover that one cup that's going to make you happy. It's going to involve you interacting with new people, discovering new places, perhaps. Now, with what you should know, Taurus, this talks about having that space, but now having to go back to that recognition in the past This is a journey that's made into the past, Taurus, picking up on an energy that existed, that had a strong foundation, Taurus. In your hidden position is the High Priestess, following your inner light, Taurus, being open to your own spirituality. Now, this is a force that unites the dark and the light within us with shared knowledge, Taurus. This is talking about a divine wisdom, a hidden knowledge perhaps. Now, it was following your intuition that allows you to go on this journey, Taurus, because there is something in the past that had success attached to it, something that had a fortune, a legacy. Like I said, Taurus, it doesn't have to be something that is material. It could be an understanding, a belief. Now, in the outcome, as you see it, with the Five of Intelligence, Taurus, we're talking about something that might have come through as a conflict in the past. Differing ideas that were not given a chance to take root. It might have been using the Knight of Intelligence energy in order to understand a conflict, Taurus. Something that had you reacting, or had a reaction instead of a response. But Taurus, it was in this understanding, it was in gaining that understanding that you are going to allow that shift to happen within you. Now, in your physical world, there's a turning point, Taurus, with Fortune's wheel. It is something that is going to have you looking at life in a different way, perhaps. This is a change of events that are favorable, being rewarded with opportunities, Taurus, that you did not know existed. And it was all because of this strong foundation that was built in the past. A home, a body of information. With the Two of Intelligence, Taurus, again, you don't see this coming. Despite having the power of the High Priestess, your mind hasn't yet formed completely or understood completely what is to come, what this healing is required for. With the Two of Intelligence, this is talking about chaotic energy that was provided, maybe provided, Taurus, so that you could make sense of it, that you could draw on whatever you built in the past in order to be able to understand this shift differently. In your physical world, Taurus, wow, it definitely was the King of Strength using that magician energy. Now, Taurus, at any given time, we are all the King of Strength. We are all the magician. We are always gifted with exactly what we require. The thought process, the resources, the time and space and ability to create whatever is required from our present moment. We're going to follow, Taurus, when you start realizing that you are the magician. It allows you to flow with life, not being afraid of what tomorrow holds. Now, in the outcome, Taurus, the King of Strength energy is given the power of the magician to create a future. Wow. With the Hierophant, we could be talking about you, Taurus. We could be talking about something that is an established way of being. This is something that is related to higher truth. It's an understanding how we think and why we think. It's the reason that this shift is going to happen, Taurus. It's because you have a different understanding. Now we could be talking about a long-term commitment. This is talking about using your power, Taurus, the one that you have within, in order to challenge established belief systems. This is using your traditional knowledge, your spiritual guidance, your quest for higher truths in some way. This is allowing your uniqueness without seeking validation from the outside world. Even though it is provided, Taurus, you will see that validation in some way. With the Emperor, wow, Taurus, an embodiment of all of the kings. Now with the Emperor, we're talking about someone who's an authoritative leader, someone who constructs plans, establishes systems. This is an experienced and wise warrior. This is someone who has the last say, Taurus. He stands as a beacon of knowledge, a figure of authority. He's the archetype of the father. Now, Taurus, with the 5 of Strength, this is using that power of conflict, however it came through, in order to make something work. With the 5 of Strength, this is pooling skills and knowledge, Taurus. Now usually it comes across as a challenge or an obstacle, a competition perhaps. But the 5 of Swords provided the energy in order for you to use that productively, Taurus, with the 5 of Strength, instead of looking at it as something that conflicts with what it is you were thinking. You realize how to incorporate it into what you are thinking. Now the card under the deck is the Queen of Intelligence. Whatever this is, Taurus, it's going to require you to tap into your insight and perceptiveness. This is using your wisdom that was forged from life experience. This is having the ability to see through the illusions with fairness, Taurus. I wish you all the best. I hope you've enjoyed this Tatle. Until your next one, bye for now.